I welcome you all to this video lecture series as part of the course Agron 302 Principles of Agronomy. In this module, we are going to discuss the topic of irrigation. But before we start discussing the basic concept of irrigation, different irrigation methods, and how to improve water use efficiency at field level, I would like to ask you a few basic questions, such as whether irrigation is a man-made or natural source of water for crops. What are the objectives of irrigation? What are the common methods or systems of irrigation? And which factor determine the choice of an irrigation method or irrigation system at field level? And how can we improve water use efficiency at field scale? So please pause the video here and try to write down the answers for these questions. Is an age-old art that is being practiced for more than 5,000 years. So it parallels agriculture. The earliest settlements were along the river banks like the Indus Valley civilization or those along the river Nile. The current world irrigated area is 308 million hectare, out of which 70% irrigated area lies in Asia, while 17% in USA. Out of this 308 million hectare irrigated area, about 62% uses surface water, whereas 38% uses groundwater. In Pakistan, the irrigated area is about 16 million hectare, that is roughly 70% of the total cultivated area. And Pakistan has the largest gravity flown contiguous irrigation network of the world that relies on the Indus Basin river system with its tributaries, which are our main gravity flown irrigation network. The natural source of water is precipitation, the most important form of which is rainfall. However, the amount, frequency, and distribution of rainfall are highly uncertain. Therefore, we have to supplement the precipitation, the natural source of water, by man-made resources. Hence, irrigation is defined as the intentional or deliberate application of water to soil or plants for successful crop production by supplementing precipitation. Irrigation is the main difference between economic viability and non-viability of farms in arid and semi-arid areas like Pakistan, where water is getting scarcer than land. Also in subhumid regions, the limited rainfall or non-uniform distribution of rainfall necessitates irrigation. Irrigation management is about regulating the activities for rational use of water. Regulation of activities means planning, executing, monitoring, evaluating, and reorganization of the whole activities related to rational use of water. And by rational use of water, I mean increasing water use efficiency as well as better output from water. So the main objective of irrigation management is to increase the effectiveness of irrigation. And effective irrigation is the controlled and uniform application of water in required amount at right time or at required time. So an effective irrigation is that irrigation which decreases the cost of water, minimizes losses in the form of seepage, percolation, runoff, etc., and increases the output, and while avoiding water stress at critical stages of crop growth. The primary objective of irrigation is to assist in growing of crops, and this starts even before the sowing of crops. So we require water for land preparation, such as round irrigation. For crop establishment, we need to maintain optimum weather conditions, to application of certain pesticides, fertilizers, supply of water at critical crop growth stages, and in some cases for harvesting, like irrigation is critical for optimum crop growth and development. Water is critical for photosynthesis, transpiration, uptake of water and minerals from the soil, maintenance of temperature as well as turgidity, for maintenance of biological activity of cells, and to provide an optimum medium for different chemical reactions going on within the cell, and for maintenance of the structure of proteins, nucleic acids. So water is critical for all aspects of crop production, right from land preparation to crop establishment, crop management, as well as crop growth and development. Another main objective of irrigation is the maintenance of landscapes. For example, natural or man-made grasslands. And in dry areas, one of the main objectives of irrigation is revegetation of disturbed soils, or to supply water during periods of inadequate rainfall. Irrigation water also helps in reclamation of problematic soils like barren lands, eroded soils, and salt affected soils. In salt affected soils, water is required for leaching of salts out of the roots. Water also protects plants against droughts. So in orchard management, this is a highly recommended practice for protecting plants against frost. And irrigation also helps to control weeds in certain grain crops, like one of the main objectives of ponding or to maintain puddle conditions in paddies is to control weeds. So these are the main objectives of irrigation.